Yo, what is going on, guys? It's KingTutsPro and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a really cool app. It's called VUE. It's a video editing app for your iPhone and I believe Android device. So once you guys download the VUE app on the App Store or the Google Play Store, whichever device you are downloading the application, go onto your home screen and go to the end or wherever the application is and go ahead and open up the app. It looks just like this. It's VUE, and sometimes it will tell you to enable the location. In this case, I'm not gonna let it do that for this case, but you can if you want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on cancel. But right here in the middle, the top right there, where it says F1 is where you can actually change the filters. Now you don't have to tap on the top right there. You can actually just slide. Well, first you can go ahead and, do your normal videos as you would in the video app. Here you can turn up the brightness as well, or the exposure. And if you just tap, you can tap again, and you can even zoom in by just dragging this up and down, which is pretty cool. But let's say you want to change the filter, just swipe left or right, and it moves or just slides through each of the filters there that you guys can go ahead and use, which is pretty cool. This is the one I really like, the California summer one. And over here on the top right, you're going to have the video settings. So you guys can go ahead and change the video speed. So you guys can go ahead and do that to fast. So if you do fast, it's going to go much faster. You can do slow for super slow video once you start recording. So I'm going to go to normal. You can do flawless off or on. Just correct some coloring and stuff like that. If you go into the settings here, you can go ahead and change more settings in depth if you wanted to. Now, right here is the most important part of the app, I would say, because if you click on this, it says 4 shots and 10 seconds. So where it says frame, this is where you can actually change the rotation of it. And we can do stuff like this. We can do widescreen or full screen, and you can do like a square with the circle in the middle, which is pretty cool. I normally do this one right here because it's just standard, I would say. The duration is where you can change the timing or the duration of the video, how long you want this video to be. You can do 6 seconds up to a minute if you want. Instagram now does do a minute videos, so that's pretty nice. So I'm gonna do 60 seconds, or you can do 10 seconds, whatever you guys want. Now the shots here, you can do 1 shot, 2 shots, it goes up to 6 shots, and then it goes to free. And when you have the free option there, you can add unlimited amounts of videos until the duration stops. In this case, I'm only going to go with 4 shots. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and click the record button, or we can add video. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and add video, and I'm going to go ahead and add one that I but recently filmed when I was longboarding, and I messed up my arm as well because I fell off. But we're going to go ahead and start with this, and you can change the duration. So right now we have 15 seconds. The reason for that is because we have 60 seconds and we have 4 shots. 4 shots, 4 times 15 would be 60. So that's how it comes up with 15 seconds. So just keep that in mind when you're filming. So in this case, we're going to do stuff like that. We can change the exposure as we want. And we can go all the way down or all the way up, or the brightness, I guess. And when you move this in the middle, it snaps in place. And you can also change the filters as well once you're in an individual video if you want. So you don't have to keep the same filters for each video if you want. Maybe you want to rotate the video. We can do stuff like this. It's really cool, guys. And click on the confirm to accept the changes. Right on the top left is where you can change the video speed. So you can do fast to make it go faster. You can slow it down for that slow motion. And if you turn on flawless mode, it makes it so the color kind of corrects itself. So it's pretty much color correction, but very, very subtle. So when you're ready, just click on the check mark to add the first footage into the first shot. It usually sometimes goes pretty fast, but if not, it just, it takes its time. Click on the skip if you want to skip and just go straight into the editing, but you need 3 more shots. It's going to say to go to the next step, so just give it a second. There you go. So now it's going to move on to the next step, and as you can see, it has a square. Now, the video will be saved as a square, but the frame will actually be widescreen or 16:9. So you don't have to, get weird video resolutions, and here you can do more advanced settings. So if we go to the top left and click on the video settings here, the adjustment, you can go ahead and change the brightness, so you can make it darker or brighter depending on the lighting conditions of your video. In this case, this one doesn't need it, so we're pretty good there. We can increase the contrast or lower the contrast for the more of a faded look. Maybe you want it darker, maybe you want it lighter. It's all up to you. I'm gonna go a little bit less for that kind of faded look. We can increase the saturation to bring up those colors or bring them down. I think the colors are just right, so I'm going to leave that there. And then the temperature is where you can make the temperature either more yellow, more warm, or more cool. For a kind of nighter shot, we want to go for a cooler shot, but since we have video in the daylight, we don't really need to change the temperature. So we're going to go ahead and go to 0. And then right here is the vignette. We can increase or add. We can go to white or dark. I don't like vignettes, so I'm going to leave it like that. And we can increase the sharpen or the sharpness if we want, if it's kind of blurry. In this case, I think the video is an excellent focus, so we're going to click on done. Right here is where you can actually add, digital zoom and transitions. So in the first shot, if you click on this little circle in the beginning, this is where you can add a transition. Right now it's on none, but if you click on fade, it's going to go ahead and fade in to the first shot. And then if you click on the next one here, you can change the order of the videos. So maybe we can start like this or whatever you want to do. I want this one to be in the beginning, and then it's going to go like this. So in this case, I don't want this one here, so I'm going to click on none and add a fade in the beginning. So once we've done that, we can add a digital zoom if we want. We can enable or disable the audio track. In this case, I'm not going to do that because it's just too loud and we want to add music in the background. You can even add text, so we can do fair, and you can change the font here. You would have to download those, but I'm not going to do that. Another thing you can do is you can delete a track or delete a video by clicking on the trash can icon. And over here, if we go onto in between a clip, we can do a transition of dissolve and fade, and it gives you a preview. In this case, I'm not going to do that. So we're done with that. Now to add music, just click on that little music icon there. And here you can add music from iTunes, and then we have a category from the built-in VUE app. We have smooth, cheerful, dynamic, cinematic. You can do iTunes. If we go to iTunes, we can choose a song that we have on our device. In this case, all of this is copyrighted, so I'm not going to use that. In this case, I'm going to do cheerful, and maybe I want to do, I don't know, Life is Good. And when you click on one, it's going to go ahead and download, and it also gives you a preview of who is singing or who is the composer or the artist of that song, which is pretty nice. You don't have to deal with any copyright issues because everything here is royalty free to use, of course, so just keep that in mind. Alright guys, so once you have downloaded the music or whatever you guys chose to download, if you click on that square icon and you drag this or the track itself, this is where you can go ahead and skim through the track and allow you to play in a specific time within that song, which is pretty cool. So maybe you want it to start right here, and you can do just that. Maybe I want to go a little bit before that, right there. You can do it just like that. You can change the balance, so you can do more of the music, or you can do more of the music or more of the audio if you have the audio enabled for that video. In this case, we don't, so there's no point in doing that. So we're gonna go back to the default, and it should snap right in place. So when we're ready, just go back to the add music, and you can delete it by clicking on the trash icon if you wanted to. But we're not going to do that. We're going to click on done. And here on the last one is where you can add stickers. So if you click on the sticker or the smiley face icon there, you guys can add a sticker to whatever is currently playing on the video. So let's say you want to do a one with the temperature, or one with the time and the date. You can do that. And if you want to remove it, click on the remove button. And you have different ones. We have the one with the weather and time, as you can see. You can also have very nice Tumblr looking stickers. We even have quotes if you wanted to. And here we have video titles, not too many because I didn't download them a lot, or I didn't download any of the titles from the store, but you can. Most of them are for free. Here is where you can add more of symbol type stickers, so we can do maybe this one or that one. And when you're ready to export the video, just click on the check mark there. It's going to go ahead and save the video. Finish now, it says saved. And if you want to go ahead and look at the video, just click on or just tap on the video there, and it does give you a little small watermark on the bottom right of the video, but that's not an issue. Another thing you can do to make your video look better once your video is finished, you guys can go ahead and go into the style center. If you look at the top left, there's going to look like a little icon that looks like a shopping bag. Go ahead and tap on that, and you guys can download specific styles or filters, you know, stickers, stamps, anything that you guys want to do to make your video look better. You have free filters as well, and if you open one up, it gives you a nice little preset or a preview of the video right there, and you can choose which one you want to use. The stickers are pretty cool. You have stuff like this that you guys can add on your video. Stamps. The stamps are pretty nice as well. You can do a different one like that. So there's just different styles of stuff you can do. So we have the featured videos. So this is from VUE users all over the world that used this app to create videos, and you can watch them by clicking on one. So once you're finished, you can go ahead and it gives you options to share it. You can share it with all of these platforms here, or you can go more if you have other apps that you want to share it to. In this case, we're gonna go with Instagram and just post it as it is, and you're pretty much good with your video that you've edited in VUE. This app is also, of course, available on the US and in the UK locations and Canada, so that's pretty